old Johnny Mo here, coming to you with another video, looking as crazy as I can be. You're probably like, what is he dressed up as? What's this have to do with anything? Let me tell you what this has to do in Johnny Mo's world. You guys don't know this about me, but I am an avid racquetball player. Have been probably for over a decade. I've taken the last 2 years off. Huge racquetball guy. For almost 8 years, I traveled all around my city, couple states, won tournaments all over the place. Here's some of my trophies. Kaboom! Some plaques I have from all over the place. Won this one in Ohio. Just avid racquetball. Got my name on a bunch of different places. You wouldn't know that about me, but this big old fat guy, but I could play some racquetball, and my playing weight's about 245, man. I can move in that court and jam that ball. But today, you're like, what's this have to do with anything, man? What's this have to do with anything? Well, I'm just about to head down to the Y workout. Got a couple matches lined up tonight. A little tough to run around the court at 285, but I still can move. But there's a term in racquetball that's called ERP. Now repeat this. This is where this is going to come into play in your business. What it is early racket preparation. Say that with me. Early racket preparation. What does that mean? So let's say I hit a shot and it's the opponent's turn to hit a shot. What it means is having your racket up and ready to return. So if it's going to be to my forehand side, having my racket back already gives me an advantage because that's one less thing I need to do when I go to hit that ball. Same with your backhand. As soon as you know it's a backhand, have that racket up and ready. So you're not trying to run back to where it's at and then try to, get your racket back and then try to hit the ball somewhere. You have an idea where it's going to be, and your racket's up and ready, and you're ready to return that ball. Okay? Now, same thing with your business. Guys, let me tell you something. I'm serious about this. And I know I look crazy, I know I act crazy, but I'm passionate about business. And let me tell you something. You need to have early business preparation. If you're going to go out there and you're going to slam out marketing, make sure that you have the stuff in place to be able to return the shot, so to speak. Make sure that you got the guys. Okay, let's say you go out and market and you're all fired up and you're sitting home, it's January, and you're like, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to go kill it. Just like I do when I get on that court. I'm going to rip it. I'm going to rip it. I'm going to rip it. You know what? That's fine. When I first started, I was a big power player, and I used just to rip the ball. These old dudes, like 60 years old, will go in there and dink it in the corners after I rip it 100 miles an hour, and I can't get to it because they're hitting it so light into the corners, they know where the ball's going. Just like this, man. You're ready to rip it. It's January. You're like, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to get a bunch of them. All right. That's cool. And I'm glad that you're like that. It shows you got desire and you're going to rip it. All right, so do you have the equipment? Are you prepared? If you're going to prepare yourself to get like 20 more accounts, do you have the guys in place? You can't wait for the last minute to go out there and get your guys and then get out there and then all of a sudden you're trying to absorb 20 more lawns or 30 more lawns. You've never cut them yet, and now you're trying to get guys in place, trying to get equipment in place. So this is what I'm saying. Early preparation for the season. This is your time right here. Just like you have the early racket preparation, this is your time. January is your time to get ready to swing the racket. If you're ready to swing that racket, when that ball comes back, you're ready to return it. And all you have to do is look to see where your guy's at. Racquetball is easy, bro. Hit the ball where he's not at. But you can't do that when you're not set and in your position with your racket ready, because all of a sudden you're chasing a ball around the court that's going 120 miles an hour, and you don't know where he's at, and you're just trying to return the ball. You're just trying to get it to the front wall. But let me tell you something. It's how a lot of guys run their business. No clue. We're just going to go out. We're going to get a whole bunch of lawns. We're going to get out there. We're going to do our thing. And man, and then where the chips fall, they fall. You'll lose 9 out of 10 matches that way. And until I learned how to play the game of racquetball, until I learned how to run a business and plan it and be ready, man. Be ready. If you're going to go out and get those lawns, you got to be ready, man. I almost bought a company out this year. A guy contacted me. We discussed, we just went over his business, discussed, probably settle around 12, 5, 13 grand for his business. So I went out there and I looked at his accounts. See, I'm going to absorb those accounts, okay, if I would have bought the business. And they were good accounts, but he was scattered all across. I mean, he was getting good money, but he was scattered all across my county. Like he had 2 up here, 2 down south, 2 over in the west, 1 down there in the southeast corner. And I'm like, you know, I'm looking at my route, and it doesn't fit in. So if I would have absorbed that, I would have hurt myself. You know, that's preparation. That's early racket preparation. ERP. It's known in the game. Do you have ERP? Are you ready for your season? Are you ready to go out and absorb that? Are you ready? Can you absorb it? Do you got the guys in place? Do you got the string trimmers that you need? Do you got the mowers? Are you ready, you know, to land the big boy account, to get up there, to grab the monster commercial? Are you ready? So that's the question I'm asking you today. Before I go down and get in shape and lose some weight, swing my racket, I'm asking you, YouTube world, you lawn guys, you lawn jockeys, you guys are excited about this stuff. Are you ready? Do you have early racket preparation? Are you ready to absorb the counts? Are you ready for them? I'm going to ask you again. Are you ready? Who's your guys? How are you going to absorb them? What are you going to do? What equipment do you need to use? Do you need to update? How are you going to pay for it? What's 2015 look like for you? This is your time right now. Right before we get into the craziness of March and April. How am I going to grow? And if I do grow, what does it look like? What does that look like profit-wise? How's my business looking right now before I go in and file my taxes? Early racket preparation, brothers. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. You don't get the big boy plaques. You know what I mean? You don't get the big boy plaques by not knowing how to play. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You don't get the big boy plaques without knowing how to play racquetball. You don't get to be successful in business by accident. I didn't walk into this tournament in Youngstown, Ohio, and just, you know, walk over there and be like, you know, whatever, I'll hit the ball wherever. Now, let me tell you something. I went in that court, and I knew where my players are at. My racket was ready, and I took each one of them down, one by one by one by one, until the end of the tournament on that Sunday afternoon. They said, Mr. Frustorfer, this is yours. That's how I attack this business. Early preparation. I don't sit around here and make YouTube videos all the time for nothing, man. I'm in my office. That's why I'm always in my office, because I'm planning. What account am I going to absorb? Who am I going to drop to take that account? Do I need to hire somebody? Do I need to fine-tune something? I take notes during the year. You know, I don't like how that went down. We got to fix that for next year. Early racket preparation. Do you have it? Are you going to take home the trophy this year? Are you going to make the maximum amount of profit? That's what I'm asking you. Leave me a comment. Do you have early racket preparation? That's it, my YouTube. Johnny Mo with another crazy video, baby!